You're entering Ward territory, stalker. You have no business being here, you hear me? Turn around and get lost.
Easy now. Why are you so nervous?
The swamps can make anyone nervous. Can't you feel it? This place ain't right, I tell you. Now move along. The boys are already on edge.
I'm looking for someone. And he's in there.
There definitely aren't any stalkers here, I'll tell you that much. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be here either. So get lost.
I've got a permit from Colonel Korshunov.
Are we hiring stalkers now, too? Whatever. As long as you can help. Come on in. The commander's in the main building. We've got an infirmary there now.
The emergency is over, Warden. The threat has been eliminated.
A soldier's happiness boils down to a few things. Good grub, for one. Then there's comfortable gear from his armor down to his skivvies. And enough ammo. And let me tell you, I've got all those bases covered. Whatever's going on inside their heads, that's the commander's problem. I'm just here to make sure their helmets fit. The zone only knows how to take. Because humans don't belong in this place. I wish I had something to show from my time in the service, but no such luck. I can't wait to get out of here. Come on in.
What the hell's going on?
I would not recommend doubling the dosage. These medications have a cumulative...
Captain, do it.
This is not the wisest course of action.
Expecting any help from you wasn't the wisest course of action. You've been here for 2 weeks and my men are only getting worse.
Sometimes we have to let the patient get a little worse in order to figure out what's wrong with him. I have the situation firmly in hand.
That's what worries me. S.T.A.L.K.E.R promised me the best expert in the field. Where is he? Who's going to tell me what happened to my men?
I am. But it'll take time. Have some patience, Captain. Your doctor has all the medications we need, and my devices are monitoring the situation. You will be the first to know.
Unless I lose my marbles myself first. That's it. I'm done waiting. You're dismissed, Doc.
The more freaks we kill, the more keep coming. What the hell's going on?
Stalker? How did you get in here?
One of your men is a rat.
One of my men? Bullshit.
I intercepted a message about a plot to sabotage Icarus. It was sent over an old frequency, a monolithian one. Just like the PDA the traitor used to communicate.
If it's old, we can trace it. I bet it's Kryvenko. He puts his shitty gadgets all over the place, thinking we'd never put two and two together. All right, here's the plan. I'll send my soldiers for a walk around the camp, just in case. You get rid of the antennas. They'll jam any direction finder.
Who's Kryvenko? Why do you suspect him?
You just saw him. That circle rat. That bozo showed up as soon as my men started hearing things, with papers signed by Dahlen himself. And I never even sent a request to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. He hasn't done a damn thing in 2 weeks other than set up his locators to monitor the situation. I trust my soldiers, but not those S.T.A.L.K.E.R crooks.
What's the purpose of these antennas?
On paper, to monitor the level of anomalous exposure. As for what they really do, your guess is as good as mine. If not for the papers from Dahlen, I'd toss Kryvenko into the nearest anomaly myself. Then he can measure the exposure on his own ass till the cows come home.
I want to talk to Kryvenko first.
Go ahead, and don't forget to talk to our quartermaster afterwards. He could spin a whole platoon's worth of briefs out of the wool Kryvenko's gonna pull over your eyes.
A stalker at Icarus. These are desperate times indeed. How are you feeling? Any headaches? Dizziness, perhaps? I wish I had the proper equipment to read your psi signature. Given the circumstances, it never hurts to have a control sample.
Psi signature? What's that?
How can I explain it in a way even a stalker could understand? Let's say it's like your brain's fingerprint. It's not quite a scientific explanation, but it gets the point across.
So what exactly is going on here anyway?
Psi exposure of unidentified origin and power, and unidentified consequences. Unidentified for now, but I'm working on it.
I've been informed that there's a traitor in the ward. He probably has Monolith connections. Can you help me find him?
Monolith? Impossible. I would have noticed for sure. But if you insist, let's run another check. I'll need up-to-date readings from the scanning antennas in order to find your traitor. Unless, of course, you are just imagining him. That's the order of the day around here.
How would your data help us figure out what's going on?
Don't get me wrong. I could explain everything, of course, but why bother? If you wanted to listen to my lectures, you'd be a scientist, not a stalker. Just bring the data to me, and I'll do what I was sent here to do.
Deal. I'll get your data.
It's a pleasure working with you, Stalker. Here's a recording device. Tell me if you start feeling unwell. Remember, I'm here to help. Please hurry up and take the readings from my antennas before Captain Sienkiewicz does something very brave and very stupid. Without that psi signature data, there is no way for me to identify your traitor.
Reports of anomalous psi activity should be promptly
Will do, Doc.
Excellent, Stalker. Remember to monitor your condition and to check in with tangible reality.
Once I'm back home, I'll forget the zone like a bad dream. If I make it back at all.
artifacts that come into your possession for any reason must be promptly delivered to an on-duty Sierra employee.
A year here ought to
There are
count
no
as 2.
exceptions.
3.
I'm sick of standing watch. Wish I could get some sleep.
Dr. Kryvenko. You can find the form and the sample report in the medical block. All artifacts that come into your possession for any reason must be promptly delivered to an on-duty Sierra employee. There are no exceptions. Your life and well-being are our top priority. Therefore, any health issues requires a visit to a medical professional. Remember, neglecting any symptoms while in the zone may result
Stalker, huh? Haven't seen you around here before. Though, to be fair, I just got assigned here myself. The previous tech ended up under Batalov, so now I'm filling his shoes. I just hope I don't end up like him. Let me know if you need anything. We keep wasting ammo like there is no tomorrow. I have no idea what they are shooting at. Every time I ask, all I get is, "There was something creepy out there." Show me what you need tweaked. Watch your head. I can't fix that.
Reports of anomalous psi activity will be promptly documented and submitted to Dr. Kryvenko. Find the form and the sample report in the medical block.
Stalker, don't trust anyone around here. They're not real. The real Captain S.T.A.L.K.E.R is lying over there. He hasn't budged in 3 days. And they drowned Batalov in the swamp to make sure nobody could stop them from taking over. I saw it with my own eyes. Don't trust anyone around here. They're not real.
Your
When I left for Icarus, I thought it'd be like a vacation. Small, remote garrison, what could go wrong? An encounter with local fauna or food poisoning at worst. Boy, was I wrong. There isn't a single empty bed left in the infirmary. We bring a new patient in every day. I can't remember the last time I got a good night's sleep. Definitely before I got here. So for the time being, you seem to be the most mentally stable one here. But trust me, it won't last long. S.T.A.L.K.E.R doesn't give a damn about the ward. The future of all mankind is at stake. The fact that our brains are melting here is no biggie. Here, soldier, take this pill. It'll keep your hands steady. You don't want to drop your rifle, do you? Fucking eggheads. Yeah, okay. See you around.
Oh. I've been here for 3 years and I... I've been here for 3 years and I can't take it anymore.
Till you laugh your asses off when I tell you some home base shit. Fucking hilarious. Wait for it, guys. Here's a good one.
So tired.
The last guy who did is probably still somewhere.
Okay.
Reports of anomalous sea activity should be promptly documented and submitted to Dr. Kryvenko. You can find the form and the sample report in the medical block.
Once I'm back home, I'll forget the zone, like a bad dream. If I make it back at all. Well, looks like Kryvenko's got himself a new assistant. Those slackers from the Institute sure like to ride other people's coattails.
Mandatory sleep requirements will remain unchanged. However, in light of the current events, we are allowing schedules that include brief breaks. Please consider when scheduling duty and patrols.
Ah, wait till you laugh your ass. Tell us some home-based shit. Fucking hilarious.
Hey, this spot's mine. It's easier to breathe here. Just don't tell anybody, okay? The air down below is kinda stuffy and dank. Because of the swamps, I guess. Nobody's noticed I'm on my 7th watch in a row up here. Keep a low profile, okay? I'm not telling anyone. And you don't tell anyone about this spot either.
A stalker is not your friend, but being polite and attentive is the best strategy when communicating with them. demand a high level of skill and dedication.
Minutes to kill a mutant. Half a day to clean your uniform afterwards.
It's like breathing in jelly.
No filter can fit it.
Dr. Kryvenko.
Read it feels like I've been on a road
Same shit, different day.
I got all 3 reports. Laugh if you want, Stalker, but it seems like you were right. Icarus may indeed be exposed to the influence from outside.
Have you found the traitor?
Not exactly, but I did find an interesting disturbance in the psi field, here in the camp. So much for the much-vaunted ward. I remember Sienkiewicz puffing out his chest when he said his most trusted man, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, had checked everything and that the threat was clearly coming from outside the camp. Follow these coordinates. I'll have security let you in. If the thing beneath Icarus is what I think it is, I want you to leave it alone, but make sure you get a reading from it.
making... Back to our conversation. What makes you feel that? Stupid pranks among our ranks.
How did it go?
Not bad. I found a strange device.
Just as I thought. That, my friend, is a psi-beacon. Old monolith technology, with a few recent modifications.
So it was altered? How?
Based on what I can see right off the bat, the power has been reduced, but the frequency range has been significantly expanded. And whoever made the modifications knew exactly what they were doing. I'll have to make some adjustments to my preliminary calculations. Was there anything else, Stalker?
A psi-beacon? What's that?
To put it simply, it's a device that emits psi waves in a specific spectrum. Regular exposure can even turn a man into a zombie. This particular unit works a bit differently, but the principle is the same.
How did the psi-beacon end up there?
How does anything end up anywhere? Someone put it there. If the signatures I have read with your assistance are to be believed, this one was put there by Lieutenant S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The same S.T.A.L.K.E.R who was supposed to check the underground area on Sienkiewicz's orders. Korshunov's gonna have a long talk with the captain, I'm sure.
Get to the point.
It's pretty simple. Lieutenant S.T.A.L.K.E.'s psi signature is nearly identical to those we have taken from the former Monolithians. Can you believe it?
From the ward to monolith? How is that possible?
Not monolith itself, of course. The monolith is long gone, but someone clearly has S.T.A.L.K.E.R under their control. If the lieutenant is taken alive, I'll find out who it is. There are ways, you know.
Do you know where the lieutenant is?
I can take a guess. My colleagues at Echo Station are doing similar research, and they picked up an interesting signature recently. I didn't think much of it before. There are lots of people roaming the swamps after all, but now I know who it is. It's a good thing Circa expeditions are always accompanied by a security detail. I believe S.T.A.L.K.E.R will be detained soon. Still, you'd better hurry up. What's up?
All right, I get the mutants. They don't know what they're doing. But human beings? Why are they killing each other? The zone has enough for everyone.
Good luck.
Find the form and the sample report in the medical block.
The air here.
A stalker is not your friend, but being polite and attentive is the best strategy when communicating with them.
Goddamn swamps. Goddamn Sienkiewiczy. I've got to do something.
Let's keep this brief. I don't even have time for a smoke.
You seem a little jumpy. Need help?
3 of my patients have run away, and I'm afraid their meds won't help them anymore. Not as long as they stay in the zone, at least.
And what about your own people? Why don't you ask them?
I don't think Sienkiewiczy would listen to me. He'd rather capture these guys and send them out for experimental treatment. I have no clue what guys like Kryvenko would even do to them.
What do you want me to do?
When you find them, shoot them in the legs. Then I'll send them back to the mainland on a medical discharge. They just might stand a chance out there.
That could get them killed. You sure about this?
I know it's risky. But if we don't take this risk, they'll end up at S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And no one with a diagnosis like that has ever come back from there. They're better off dead. Trust me on that.
How did your patients manage to escape?
I have no idea. But they managed to do it without setting off any alarms. And I'm not surprised in the least. Even when they're out of their minds, the wardens are still bros. And these guys are scouts to boot.
Any idea where I should look for your runaways?
How the fuck should I know? If I did, I'd find them myself. All I have is their personal belongings. There, in the drawer. You can dig around in there and see if I missed anything. Maybe go ask the loners on the cargo ship if they saw anyone. They scurry around all over the place like rats. Present company excluded, of course. You're basically one of us now. By the way, thank you, Stalker. There aren't that many people here who actually care.
It worked. Need anything adjusted?
Do you have any work for me?
With the equipment and the people here both going haywire, we have got plenty. I know what to do when a machine fails, but if my head goes out of whack, I gotta ask Batalov for a bed by the window. And those eggheads from S.T.A.L.K.E.R give us nothing but pills. Thanks, but no thanks. If I had the parts, I would make me a psi suit already. They got some, but they ain't giving us any. You can get the parts at the depot, though. Bring them to me, and I will make you a psi suit too. A stalker could sure use one of those in the swamps.
How did the parts end up outside S.T.A.L.K.E.R?
We got artists from the top brass to set up a mobile lab. The previous tech was setting up a power grid there. But after the first equipment delivery, the project fell apart. They discovered biological activity in the form of a mutant. The eggheads ran back to S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and what little they brought with them was left here to gather dust. They've got plenty of this stuff back at the Institute.
Why would you need a psi suit when you've got pills?
As with anything that comes from S.T.A.L.K.E.R, those pills might solve your problem on the spot, but then you will have to deal with the side effects for the rest of your life. I may be a little bit crazy now too, but I trust myself more than their meds.
All right, I'll get you your parts.
Get to the depot. There is a huge hangar there with these doors. The parts are inside. The entrance is electronically locked, but you should be able to get in no problem. Unless my tools deceive me, S.T.A.L.K.E.R still keeps the place powered on. Find some spare parts post-haste and get back to me. No one's supposed to be in there anymore. I think.